Hi, I'm Jason Ward, the General Manager of Pet Funeral Services here at the beautiful Pet Cemetery in North Wales. Working at a pet cemetery is not an everyday occupation. When I meet people for the first time, they often have a lot of questions about what we do. I was once asked by a funeral director, what's the difference between a human funeral and a pet funeral? And when thinking about it, apart from the number of people who were affected by the loss, everything else was pretty much the same. When a pet dies, if people contact us and say that they'd like to have them buried, we send an ambulance to collect them from wherever they are and bring them to the cemetery. Once they're with us, we prepare a burial casket for them. They have a full hygienic preparation so that they're comfortable and clean, and they're placed in our chapel of rest to wait for their funeral. On the day of the funeral, the family travel to the chapel and say their farewells. Afterwards, we close down the coffin and put him into a hearse and take it down to the graveside. At the graveside, we always hold a brief, non-religious graveside service of farewell. We read some pet poems, or sometimes a reading that's been picked out by the family, and we lay our loved ones to rest at a final farewell, fitting for anyone. Afterwards, the family place a headstone, and they're welcome to visit their grave at any time when they want a moment of reflection or a time to remember. The only difference between this funeral and a human funeral is usually the number of attendees. We may see 5 or 6 people come to a pet funeral because the group of friends that a pet has is often a little bit smaller than what people have. Whereas there might be several hundred at a human funeral. With us, often we'll only see 2 people, at most 10. With everything else, we keep it exactly the same. Unfortunately, life must come to an end. Funeral rituals give us the opportunity to say farewell, but also provide us with permission to move forward and carry on with our lives without our loved ones.